Hello everyone, welcome back again to the Watchtower. I am up here, as always, logging in from monitor duty, ready today to bring you an animated movie review. Today I'm going over the animated movie Batman Hush. That's coming up right after this. Alright everyone, welcome back. Like I said before the intro, today I'm going over the animated movie Batman Hush. Now, this is a one that I really had to watch several times because the first time I watched it, I was so angry that I was like, oh, I'm going to get on there, I'm going to make a review, I'm just going to tear this thing to pieces because this right here, Batman Hush, the graphic novel, is my favorite Batman story of all time. It's the first Batman story, it's the first story I ever collected, read, bought. I was 16, I think, when I read that. It was a couple years after it came out, but that's what really set off my love of comic books and superheroes and all that kind of stuff. And it's really what started all this, was this graphic novel right here. That and Batman Begins. I saw that about the same time. But anyway, so this holds a very special place in my heart. So when I heard they were making an anime movie of it, I was like, oh, this had better be just like the graphic novel. And unfortunately, it wasn't. So when I watched it, I was just ready to just tear this thing apart. I was going to go ahead and just tear it apart and talk about how bad it sucked. But I took a couple days. I thought about it. I rewatched it a couple times, and I realized that it couldn't be exactly the same as the graphic novel because the animated universe is different than the DC comic universe. And some of the elements they have in the comics they don't have yet. They don't have the history and stuff, so they couldn't do it that same way. So I still want to do a comparison between comic book and graphic novel. If anybody's interested in that, let me know in the comments, and that's something that I'll do if anybody is interested in seeing that. If not, I won't. But anyway, I'm going to try to limit comparisons in this between the comic book and the graphic novel. There will be some that I'll bring up, but I'm going to try to limit that. So let's go ahead and get into Batman Hush, the animated movie. So we'll go over the pros first, and then we'll jump into the cons, and we'll have kind of my overall opinions of it. So first pro for the movie is the voice cast. With pretty much all these animated movies that they release, they do a terrific job voice casting these characters. Absolutely terrific. And this one is no different. They have Jason O'Mara as Batman, who's been Batman now in pretty much all the DC animated movies that are set in this main universe for the last several years. They have Jennifer Morrison as Catwoman, who she does a really good job, and I like her interpretation of Catwoman. Sean Mayer as Nightwing, who's done Nightwing now a couple times. Jerry O'Connell as Superman. Rebecca Romaine as Lois Lane. And Rainn Wilson as Lex Luthor, even though he's in it very briefly. So these are all veterans of this DC Universe animated movies. So they know what they're doing, they bring it, and it's very good. Besides Jennifer Morrison, who I think is new, but she still does a great job. So voice cast is very good. Another pro I have, I really loved the Batman-Catwoman dynamic. Much like the graphic novel here, they do a really good job of the Batman-Catwoman dynamic and their relationship and everything. And it's a central part of this story. It's a central part of the movie as well. They spend a lot of time on it. They actually changed the ending of the beginning of the movie, so it's interaction with them at a party, where this doesn't have that for the beginning. It starts right into this action, and she does pop up a little bit later in it during the action, but it's not straight on with her. But I really like that dynamic. I liked one thing that the movie did better than the book. I liked the way they ended the relationship in the movie compared to the book. It was just felt more organic. It felt like as much as Batman doesn't really change in stories and stuff, he's very straightforward and right and wrong and everything, and he's always going to do things a certain way. He's always going to try to save people, even if they're terrible or they're evil or whatever. He's going to try to still save them, even if they've done horrible things. Like he doesn't kill the Joker. And that was very much, in this, that was the crux of why the relationship fell apart, because in the end, he wanted to save Hush, and she felt differently about it because he tried, and in some cases succeeded in killing people that were close to Batman. But that's just, it was a breakdown of philosophy, where in the graphic novel it was something completely different, which I won't go into. I'm sure most people have read the graphic novel they're watching this, but anybody who hasn't, I don't want to spoil that for them. This will contain spoilers for the animated movie, but I'm not going to spoil the graphic novel. Next pro for this is the end fight scene. Really, really well done. I loved this end fight scene. It was so, so good. Changed it quite a bit from the graphic novel, but this one worked really well for this. And like, I guess they were like, I don't know if they were like in a steel factory or some sort of refinery, someplace where they milled down metal, but just really good. The interactions between Hush and Batman and everything, the talking and the fight, really, really well done. So that's all my pros. Let's go ahead and hit the cons now. Okay, so the first con, the length of the movie. This really, really felt rushed. This was about a lean hour and 20 minutes long. It was a very lean movie. And there's a lot of stuff they streamlined and stuff for it. But when you're dealing with a mystery, you need time to establish that mystery. That's why this is just book one, but that's why this was 12 issues. It's a big story. It's 12 issues. You need time to breathe and establish that mystery and everything. A matter of fact, in the movie, they reveal who Hush is 10 minutes. They introduce the character who's going to be revealed as Hush 10 minutes before he's revealed to be Hush. It was just really, really, bunched together. I mean, Batman, the graphic novel, that character who is revealed to be Hush, he's in it a lot more. There's time with the character interaction. You get to meet and everything and interact with the character and get to learn more about him. This, you really don't have a chance to interact with the characters because 10 minutes before he's revealed as Hush, he's introduced in the movie. So it's very rushed. It wasn't enough time to do a mystery. Going into this, my second con, building right off of this, is the Hush reveal. I don't feel like it did a good enough job establishing the mystery. I really, really had a problem with the Hush reveal. I didn't like who they revealed to be Hush. I understand why they changed it from the graphic novel, even though I don't think you had to, because I think in their mind they were like, oh, everybody knows the graphic novel, they know who Hush is in the graphic novel, let's change it, throw people off. But I did not like the reveal that in this, that the Riddler was Hush. I just did not like it. It felt unearned. Like I said, he was introduced 10 minutes before he was revealed as Hush. It didn't feel earned. The way he went about setting up the whole Hush mystery and everything, coercing bad guys and stuff, blackmailing them, I feel like he didn't have to do that. If he would have just gone to them and told them what he was going to do to Batman, they would have been in on it. He didn't need to coerce them. He didn't need to try to blackmail them. They all want to take down Batman. You don't need the whole charade and everything. So I just did not like the reveal. The ending of the movie fell flat to me. I did not enjoy it. I did not think it was good. So, in wrap up, I have one more con. My last con is the Batman-Superman fight. It was very quick. They didn't show, in the graphic novel, it's so awesome, that Batman-Superman fight. It's so good. A lot of the things why this fails, not the Batman vs Superman fight, but the book, but the movie in general, is that you don't have the inner dialogue of Batman. You don't get to hear his thoughts. And that is some of the best parts of the graphic novel, is not having those inner thoughts. And I know they can't really do that in an animated movie, so, try to forgive that, but that's one of the best parts of the graphic novel. And not having that in the Superman-Batman fight, and not seeing all the different ways that he's just prepared for Superman. He's going to Superman's turf, and he's prepared for him. This makes it more seem like he gets lucky. And that's not Batman. Batman's prepared for everything. He's prepared for everything. And he's prepared for Superman. He's going to Superman's turf. You gotta be prepared for Superman. You gotta be prepared for something to go wrong. And you're gonna have to deal with Superman if you're on his turf. And in the graphic novel he does. And in this, it almost seems like he gets kind of lucky. Yeah, he has the kryptonite rings. Well, in this one, they're kryptonite brass knuckles. And I really had a problem with the kryptonite brass knuckles as well. Because they had like spikes on them and stuff, and it was more like he made them to hurt Superman. And really, the ring is to contain Superman. The brass knuckles are more of a symbol of malice and violence. It makes it seem like Batman wants to have these to hurt Superman, not to contain him. They're there particularly to hurt him, with the spikes and everything. So I did not like how they did that. They didn't show his prep. They needed more of that prep of Batman to show how he was ready for Superman. That was my last con of the movie. In wrap up, after time of reflection and looking at this movie, it was not as rough as I thought it was going to be. After distancing myself a little bit from the graphic novel, it was not as bad. Is it great? It's probably one of the best ones they've done recently. And I haven't really liked much of the recent ones, but it's probably the best one they've done. I would give this probably a 7 out of 10. If we're comparing to the graphic novel, it's a 1 out of 10. It just is. It can't even live in the shadow of the graphic novel. The graphic novel is so good. But this, I give it a 7 out of 10. Great voice work. Great dynamic between Catwoman and Batman, who's my favorite relationship in any medium, comic books, whatever, movies, TV, anything. They're my favorite relationship. So that was all really good. Just the ending felt flat with the mystery and everything, and the reveal, just not worth it. If you're a fan of the animated movies and stuff, go ahead and check it out. If you don't have, the connection to the graphic novel as much as like I do, or you don't hold it to that, high esteem, but you might like this. If you're a fan of animated movies, this is a really well put together one. You'll like this. It's just for me, being so close to the graphic novel and everything, it's really hard for me to like this. Even though, I do give it a fairly high score, 7 out of 10. But if we're comparing it to the graphic novel, it's a 1 out of 10, like I said. But that's it for me. I hope you all, check out the movie and everything. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong or whatever. If you just, disagree with me completely. That's fine. That's awesome. That's what we're here for. Film's subjective. So, let it be subjective. That's fine. There's no wrong answers in film. Thank you all, though, so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you the next time that I log in for monitor duty.